¿Salgo bien? My mom, hello. Look.
Toda la banda ya está bien prendida, bailando con la mano arriba. Ahora conmigo tiene que sonar.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time since I made my last video, but it's been because I've been so busy like working and like doing school and like, Arlette, we're not gonna be able to film this if you're just gonna keep laughing.
I'm gonna be laughing.
Okay, thank you all for coming back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a very special guest with me. It is my not twin sister. This is my sister Arlette Sanchez de la Luz María del Altopo de la Ruz Avenida de la Santa Cruz Guadalupana Virgen Santísima.
Hi everyone.
Welcome. So for this video, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Arlette. I am Alejandro's sister.
You got so ready for this video. I was like, can we film a YouTube video? She was like, yeah, give me time to get ready. She went in there, straightened her hair. I don't know, tell us something fun about you. Nothing. As you can see, we're at my house in San Diego, and we are really in the holiday spirit. There's so many gifts, but I have not found a single motherfucking gift for myself. There's only one in there. There's a whole bunch. The third one, the third green boot is my other sister, the oldest one, but she's currently working and
When are you gonna do a video with her?
This YouTube video, I just wanted to like talk about our childhood and embarrass us, you know? And then we can talk about like old things that we used to do and like, you know, just like memories. So do you want to start or do you want me to start?
If you want me to.
Dale,
Should we start with Puerto Peñasco?
Ah, okay, go.
When we were drowning.
Yeah, tell them the story.
We went out to Puerto Peñasco, Sonora, Mexico. This is where my mom is from. And we went out with like a bunch of like family members. We all got together to the beach. And it was my brother, my cousin Jackie, and we decided to get in the beach, right in the water.
Fuimos caminando por las piedras, ¿te acuerdas que?
Right. So, empezamos a caminar por las piedras, and then we got in the beach, right?
Some motherfucking sharp ass rocks. Like I remember my feet were like bleeding. It was like they were just cut up all over the place. And like we walked hella far, and then we were just like let's just swim back. Let's swim back. You're like, let's swim back. This is when I was like in 7th or 6th grade. Like I didn't know how to swim.
You were in 6th grade.
I don't remember, but I didn't know how to swim at all. I didn't know anything. I was obese. The ocean. It's like we were trapped in a hole, and like we couldn't swim out of the hole, and like we were asking for.
Yeah, literally for like more than what, like 10 minutes. We were like, Auxilio!
I was like,
and like our uncles and
my
like
mom, my dad went like this
everyone.
to us. He was like, I was like, oh my god, they're telling us to die.
Everyone thought we were like joking around.
They were like, no, chinga su madre. Like,
we were there struggling for a while.
Yeah, we
were
there
like this. And I remember I tried swimming out, and I was like, okay, let me get out of the water. And then my cousin was like, she kept bringing me back, and she was like,
bringing me back? You motherfuckers were hanging on me.
No. It was her. And she told me, she was like, si nos vamos a morir todos. And I was like, what the fuck?
No, I don't remember. I think I was drowned at that point. And then who rescued us? My dad, huh?
My dad.
Yeah, he went in the water and then he said,
he took off his
He was in his little tidy whities. My dad, oh my god, it was so funny. But like when he got into the water, we were already close to the shore,
yeah,
so it was weird. They were all like, you guys were drowning, and I was like,
did you shit yourself before drowning?
I poop my pants. I have this thing that when I'm nervous, I just poop everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like a fucking dog. And I pooped in the ocean. I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so a couple minutes before we were drowning, he pooped.
And they were fucking staring at me pooping. I was like, girl, what the fuck?
That shit was...
No, okay.
That shit was massive.
The first one I wrote down was like, laughing at the choir in church. entrábamos a misa, like, siempre renegamos para ir a misa. Y mi mamá, no vayan a ir a misa sin querer ir a misa. Vayan porque quieren. I'm like, I don't want to go, but I'm going because you want me to go. So then we are going to church.
Seriously, that's something she would always say, and then she would say, like,
yeah, she was like, no vayan
a fuerzas.
Vayan porque quieren ir a ver a Dios. And I'm like, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. It was an every Sunday thing. Like, we would get in the church, and me and Arlette would always sit next to each other, and we would always anything. Like, we would just laugh at anyone, and it just things in church have like se ponen más chistosas cuando estás en silencio y cuando te tienes que quedar callado. Like, oh, listen, like we would be like, my mom would just be like, like she would give us the lips. We were like misbehaving. Yeah. She would pretend to hug us and come to our stomach and pinch our stomach, and she was like, cállate. Out of control. When me and my sister were just bursting out laughing, then that's when my mom would like, ve siéntate con tu papá. And then I would just have to go sit with my dad. And then,
what about that one time our cousin made you suck?
Okay, so this is okay.
The dog pity, remember?
So my cousin Yarexi,
yep.
Shout out to my girl Kylie Jenner Yarexi. We were in Mexico and we were all just playing around, huh? Like, my uncle had like a little, like un parquecito arriba, like a little, like there was like swings and shit.
Yeah.
Like, my grandma at that time had so many fucking dogs in her house.
Yeah.
She just had finished having babies.
Like 10 of them, I would say.
10 of them. This bitch was a hoe. Like, this girl was popping, and I swear she did not, like, I swear she just had puppies because the other dogs that were there were her puppies.
Yeah, she would constantly get pregnant and have like 10 to 11.
In Mexico, oh my god. Yeah. My cousin was like, Junior, te doy 20 pesos y le chupo la chichi a la perra. And my dumbass, I don't know, she's 2 years younger than me. I don't know why I was like, 20 pesos? Like, bitch, that shit's worth like
that's
what?
Nothing.
50 cents now in the US?
Yeah.
I did not get my motherfucking money back, but I didn't get 20 pesos. Okay, so listen, so I sucked the dog's tit because they were all daring me, so then I did it. And everybody starts screaming, and then like, they all run down to my mom and tell my mom I sucked the dog's tit. And I was the last one to get there, and my mom just boom, slaps me in the motherfucking face, and I'm just like, like I swear the dog's milk came out of my lips or something. It was embarrassing, and I'm pissed. Yarexi, you owe me 20 motherfucking pesos. When I see you in Mexico this Christmas. Remember when we got in a fight in the room, and then estaba Fernandín, Oscar, Yarexi, and like nos agarramos a golpes nomás.
Oh yeah.
Y like you went on top of me, te subiste encima de mí y te pateé en la garganta. And Arlette got off like this. She was like. And then she stopped and she was like, podía quedar inválida. Like she was saying, I could have been handicapped if you kicked me there hard. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, handicapped?
Well, that does happen if you like hit someone here like really hard. I think that's what I've heard, because I played this girl body shots when I was in middle school, and that's what they told me, because I literally punched her there.
In the throat?
Yeah, she's like, and she stopped and she was like,
oh, she's a baddie. Okay. When we were hanging out with Valeria Cortez.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we have a playground here in our apartment complex. So we went to the playground, whatever, and like at that time we were all like in middle school. I mean, like we were like all in middle school. She was like in 8th grade when we were like in 6th grade. And like we were all hanging out, whatever, and then like we go on the slide, we go like the choo-choo train. And we sit down and we just go down the slide. It's not even a fucking big slide. It's like the slide is like,
I can't believe you're.
And then Arlette, I don't know why, but she just pees all the time. Like, and if you make her get, she probably peed her. And then this girl, out of nowhere, just gets up and then decides to walk away from us. And like we're like, Arlette, where are you going? And she was like, Tay. It was Tay. And then little did we realize that it was her pee that was all over us. Like we were all drenched in her pee because she had peed, because apparently going down in the slide with the choo-choo train style is the funniest thing in the world to her. So she decided to pee her pants. Oh, yes. So Arlette, she was a professor. She was a professor.
Since I was little.
So she was like always wanting to be a teacher. She had her own little school. My mom bought her a board, whatever. She ended up outside. And
I would go to like Office Depot, buy like
markers, and
everything.
she would steal some sometimes.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Didn't you steal markers in kindergarten?
That was in kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got in trouble
for that. Once a thief, always a motherfucking thief. Let me tell you that.
I learned my lesson after that one, actually. My mom made me go apologize to the teacher and return the marker, so I was like, that shit's embarrassing. I'm not doing it again. I learned my lesson.
Lesson learned.
Yep.
I've never been a thief. I only steal hearts. Oh, the school. So Arlette, like, we were in 2nd grade. It was from Arlette from 2nd grade.
Yeah.
And then my other friend, Sarai, oh my gosh, I don't even know what's up with her right now. Like, she was the girl that taught me how to speak English. Like, I kid you not. Like, she would always translate stuff for me. Because Spanish was my first language. So thank you, Sarai, if you see this.
Shout out to Sarai.
Bon voyage. I mean, thank you. She would go to my 2nd grade teacher, because that was your teacher too, right? Miss Chen. Señora Chen.
Shout out to Miss Chen.
She would always get stuff that we learned 2 days ago, and like we would like always relearn it, and we're like, oh, what the fuck is the whole point of this? This bitch was so fucking strict on us. She would always be like, stop talking, and like it was just 3 of us in the it was just 3 of us in the porch, and she was like, stop talking, and then like whenever I would misbehave, like I was like, just trying to give her, she would call my mom, and she's like, Mom, come get Junior, se está portando bien. And my mom would yell at me in front of my other colleagues, students, and like it was just so embarrassing. Didn't you hit me sometimes too? She would hit me. She'd like, ya, pórtate bien, and like stuff like.
Yeah, I would hit you.
And then during the time we would have like it was like after school we would go into this other school, and we would be here until like late at night doing
till like
school.
6 or 7.
6 or 7. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I can't believe I signed up for this. She would make us do the worksheets and turn them into her, or else we would be like in so much trouble. A quick story, like.
What?
We had recess during our school escuelita time, and Sarai, who at the time had to go to the restroom, she was like really needed to go pee, and then Arlette was like, it's not recess time, you cannot use the restroom. And Sarai left the school, and then like we all were like, oh my god, she broke the rules. Arlette follows her down the, literally, I think this is illegal. Arlette followed her down like outside. She was already going home to pee. And I was like, Sarai, no puedes ir a hacer pipí. Sarai standing in front of our garage. She was just crossed her legs. She was like, Maestra, pero tengo que ir. And then I was like, no. And then Sarai's wearing a skirt, and then I don't know where my friend just starts peeing all over her legs. She made a huge puddle outside of our garage. I think she didn't move. She was like static. Like she was like. I think her sister had to come get her, huh?
I'm sorry, Sarai.
So another story we want to talk about is our drunk stories.
We have so many of those.
Yes, but we only have a couple of them that we are allowed to talk about. Right? We're in a time crunch. You have to go out tonight, even though it's barely 12. First one that I want to talk about is that my homegirl Katia, who lives like a couple doors down our apartment.
Shout out to Katia. Katia would always throw like kickbacks, huh?
She was a shuffle queen. I remember this bitch, she would always go into my 5th grade class to show us how she did push-ups. I was like, oh my gosh, this girl can get it.
And she would run too.
Yeah, she was a fast runner. She was like running her mile in 6 minutes. I was like, oh my god.
She was the fastest runner.
The fastest runner in
elementary
school.
Yeah, I remember
that bitch. I hate her. No, anyways, we love you, Katia. We just want to say hi, I guess.
Hi, Katia. And thanks for like all the memories, of course.
Okay, corny ass bitch.
It was her.
So we were there and we were drinking. Arlette at that time was getting in an argument with her now ex-boyfriend. She was, drinking to heal the pain, because that's what we all do. So then this bitch starts feeling sick, and she goes to the sink. Listen, if you motherfuckers are feeling sick, that we were at a party in Santa Cruz, and this boy threw up in my friend's washer. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, this is so disrespectful. All of you motherfuckers are fucked up, and none of you bitches are gonna clean up the throw up. I ended up cleaning the whole throw up.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck no.
Anyways, we're not in it. If you have to throw up, go to the toilet or go outside. Periods! Anyways, Arlette went to the sink because she's stupid. She went to the sink and threw up chunks of hot Cheetos, chunks of chicken, chunks of pizza. The pizza crust, the pepperoni, it was all there. Like, it was in chunks. Like, I don't think she chewed her food correctly. She was just like, I think she just bit it and swallowed it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you must have something, like your esophagus must be like this, and it goes bloop. She threw up in the sink, and I myself with my bare little cute hands had to go in the sink, unclog that shit, take out the crust, the pizza, the pepperoni, everything. It was so disgusting. And that's the story, that you're disgusting. After that, she fought her ex-boyfriend walking home, and he was already outside. I don't know why I don't know how he knew we were already outside. I don't know how he knew we were. Like, he was there, and Arlette at the time was getting in an argument with him. I don't know why. I do know why.
I was just really upset. Very angry.
Very angry. So this chunky ass hot Cheeto bitch starts kicking the car, spitting at him, and I'm over here like, oh my god, like, okay, so she's over here kicking his car, spitting at him, and I'm like, Arlette, let's go home, and he was like, let me talk to you, I want to talk to her, let me talk to her. Do you have any drunk stories for me?
Yeah, the Christmas one. Oh, it was, what, last year Christmas? We hung out at my tia's place, right? So we all got together, and of course, you know, we always have like tequila and all that stuff. So my tios were pouring the tequila. Guy took like, how many shots of tequila? Like
27,
like
30,
like,
35 maybe.
Literally, I don't know how
well, if I got like that and
like he literally threw up all over the carpet. I had to scrub the carpet. I was up till like 4 in the morning cleaning up.
So yeah, so she took care of me. I mean, it wasn't my fault. I mean, like if my uncles are pouring the shots for me, I should always listen to my elders, right? So then if they say drink it, then I'm gonna drink it, you know? I'm not gonna say no.
I mean, and it was so weird because when we were coming back, like you weren't, I feel like you weren't that fucked up. It wasn't until you laid down and you were like sleeping and you threw up all over.
I don't even remember laying down.
Yeah, te hice un tendido con cobijas y la almohada and you... everywhere. You threw up everywhere.
I remember. Well, why did you put me in the floor?
That's where you wanted to go.
You should have put me to sit down or something.
Well, like here?
Yeah, like this, with the bucket. And so we went to Cancun for my graduation. No, not my graduation, but we went to Cancun the summer of my high school graduation.
Yeah. To celebrate what? Tito's, your graduation, and Jenny's.
We're going to talk about when we went to Cancun and we went to the club called La Vaquita, right?
La Vaquita, yeah.
It was right down the street from our hotel. We were staying at some condos named like...
Ocean BPR.
By the way, this is an ad, Ocean BPR, if you guys want to go. It has a nice ocean view. It was so hot in Cancun.
It was humid as hell.
Like,
I remember Jorge.
Okay. My friend George cried because of the heat. That trip was just a mess. It was just a disaster. It was so hot. Like, fuck the heat.
I don't mind. Like,
I do mind it.
I feel like...
Anyways, a twerking competition going on at the club. It was Jenny, Arlette, and Valeria that we volunteered them to compete.
No, I was actually dancing, and I was dancing really good. Saw my skills, so they pulled me to go up.
No. They were twerking for a shirt. La Vaquita Cancun. Actually, I don't even remember if it even said La Vaquita. Maybe it's some fucking...
It was just a black shirt.
It was just a black shirt. So they were twerking and dancing and like they went a couple of rounds, whatever. It's like whoever the crowd cheers louder for. So whenever they were like, say our friends, they yeah, woo! They made it actually to like the final 4, final 5, I don't know. They got disqualified by a girl who showed her boobs. Obviously that had all the motherfucking creepy ass dudes screaming as loud because they've never seen boobs or you guys lost. Yeah. Oh, another story that I want to talk about is when my mom caught you. I remember she got you in trouble for trying to pierce your own belly button in the back.
Oh yeah.
With the needle, you ghetto ass bitch. She was like piercing her own fucking nipple. No. Oh my god. I have nipple piercings.
You do? Let me see.
It's like, bitch, my titties are just hairy.
Ew,
no, I don't.
Nipples aren't hairy. Since when?
Since puberty, bitch. Another story that doesn't really involve her. When I got pulled over, I was at an STSU party because it was so cool. He threw a party and it was crazy, whatever. We were all, I wasn't even drunk. But then my friends who, they really wanted Jack in the Box, so we went to Jack in the Box.
He was drunk as hell.
Yeah, he was drunk as hell and I was like, okay, I'll just drive, whatever. His car's like a Honda. I don't know if it was a Honda or whatever, but it looked like a race car. A sport car makes a lot of noise when you and so it had a tail, whatever. It was already suspicious enough. Like
tinted windows on top of that.
Tinted window. We went to the Jack in the Box, me and my other 2 friends. Pulled over by the cop. And the cop first said, you weren't wearing your seatbelt. And I was like, I'm wearing my seatbelt. And he was like, your whatever passenger's not wearing the seatbelt. And she was like, I'm wearing my seatbelt. We were all wearing our seatbelts. He just pulled me over because the car's suspicious. And cops are fucking pigs like that. And they just pick on people, whoever, they just look suspicious, even though they're not suspicious. Anyways, he pulled me over. He asked me for my registration and insurance. And at that time, I was 15. I'm literally clueless. At this point, I'm still clueless because we just got pulled over 2 days ago and I couldn't find the registration or the insurance. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He gave me a ticket for being unlicensed, driving with minors without registration. The cop was like, we're gonna have to tow the car because you don't have insurance or registration. And I was like, it's not my car, it's my friend's car. And I was like, he's drunk, he can't drive it right now. So, and then he was like, well, tell him to come get the car. And then if he comes get the car, then he will be able to take it with him. Called them and he was already still drunk. So then he couldn't come pick up the car. And then my madrina, her boyfriend, Arlette, and I don't know, a couple of other people came.
My dad showed up.
My dad showed up. Everybody in the my aunt, my cousin, everybody showed up. So they all come out here. And then when I got off the car, Arlette was like, like, you're fucking stupid, why'd you do that? I told you don't drive the car. And I was like, Arlette, like, stop screaming at me. It's already bad as it is. And like, she was just yelling at me. And then,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. They ended up towing the car. The cop was like, he was Mexican too. He was being such a fucking bitch to me. He was just like being so fucking, I don't know, like just treat me with respect. Don't fucking treat me like if I'm a criminal. I haven't committed a deadly crime. Like, Jesus Christ. They made me get off the car. Like, I was looking like a complete criminal. I was just so embarrassed on myself and I was crying. Anyways, do not drive on license. Know where your registration and your insurance is, all that shit, because cops are pigs and if you don't have it in the second, they're gonna be like, a ticket, whatever. I ended up having to go to court. I was gonna get my license suspended, but I begged to the judge. Then he was like, you know, we can revoke your license until you're 21. And yeah, I know that. And then I was like, but please don't, because I don't turn 21 until 2020. Yeah, I was like, please don't. I can't depend on my parents for rides to swim practice. I'm involved in school and sports, so I need to go there and back, and I need to be able to drive myself. He was like, come with your license within 6 months, and you'll be fine. As soon as I got back from court, I did my online classes. I passed the online classes, and then I went to the DMV, take my test, and I passed, and then I ended up going to court 6 months later, and then here I am.
You have your license,
with
right?
a license still. Another story that I want to talk about, scary story in Mexico when we were camping outside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we used to do that a lot. It was my brother, Julio, Jackie, Giselle,
yeah, I think she was
Giselle, not Poncho, not Vane.
Yeah, because remember we were fighting with like the little ones.
We were like,
no, we don't want the little ones.
Yeah.
You guys are little. You guys are 3 years younger than us. Bye. We cannot hang out with you guys.
So we would set up a camping tent outside.
Literally outside of the house. My grandma has a big patio, and the house is like in the middle of the desert. Yeah. Not really in the middle of the desert, but like it's in the desert. Houses around, but like it's still pretty like.
It's como un rancho.
I don't think it's a rancho. There's no horses. There's no cows. There's no sheep.
There's horses.
There's a cow.
I mean,
that goes every time they go for vacation. Okay, no, so then yeah, we set up the tent. We were like whatever, and I think that if you believe in God, you have to believe in the devil, and if you believe in good, you have to believe in evil, because it's just a balance, you know? Like, if you believe in Jesus and angels, you have to believe in the devil and ghosts. Like, that's just how it goes. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, it's not God trying to pull your feet. It's not God trying to drag you up from your bed. No, it's the devil. It's not yeah, whatever. So, we set up the tent, and we kicked
Poncho and Vane out. We were just totally
we were
fucked
being
up to them.
We were being bitches.
Yeah,
we were like, váyanse
like,
de aquí,
no,
nos queremos aquí, blah blah blah, and like we were being so mean to them.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the night, we were like awake, and then we start hearing noises.
Yeah. Like I would hear.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting the chills.
Someone jump on like the laminas.
Like laminas, like the ceiling of the house. Like we heard someone jumping.
Yeah.
Like if they were fucking jumping on purpose, I was like, what the fuck? Like who is out there? Like we were like, and then we would hear chains. Like we would hear chains dragging, and we're like, what the fuck? And like. Yeah, and I don't know what the history is there in that specific geographical area.
There is history.
Apparently there is history because apparently, well, it's like borderline with Arizona. So like people who were migrating to Arizona, I don't know the history exactly because I got a 1 on my AP exam.
But our grandpa did tell us.
My grandpa did tell us that some people would steal money and like they didn't have banks back then, so they would dig their money back in the floor or whatever. Yeah. And then apparently the ghost still wants the money. I don't know why. What the fuck is he gonna go to the ghost mall and buy something at the ghost mall?
But people died there.
People died there apparently, most likely, because it's like war between. I really don't know the exact details, history, but like there's been people that have been wanting to go into the like strangers that have been wanting to go into the house and dig in there to get the gold or whatever is digged in there because they know there's something in there. So anyways, we thought it was a spirit, whatever. So that happened to us, and then we saw like a big shadow. Another one that we want to talk about is when your dumbass called the cops at church.
So we used to go every Monday to this youth group, right?
It was like a family thing, but they would separate like couples, like my parents, and then kids. I was in the young kids and she was like in the youth group.
Like teens.
Teens, whatever, yeah.
I was just so curious all the time, right? And so I would grab like, what is it?
It was a public telephone.
Yeah.
And then
I would grab the phone. I literally did this like more than 3 times I would say. And I think it was the 4th or 5th time that the cops came. Like I would call 911 and I would be like, help. And I would hang up.
So listen, let me tell you all what happened. So the cops show up because there was a help call from this dumbass. The cop goes into the church and they're like, what's up? Like someone called the cops. And like we were all trying to find who it was. Arlette's bum ass is sitting next to my mom on the floor, crying her eyes out.
But no, I don't think anyone knew that it was
They
me,
didn't
right?
find out it was you.
Okay.
Now
great.
you all know it was Arlette, so you're gonna press charges.
I'm like, no.
Press your damn charges because Arlette called the cops, and that's all your tax money right there getting called. Oh, haunted trails, another peace story from Arlette.
Oh my god. Yes.
So we would go to haunted trails with Valeria. Her mom dropped us off, and then Arlette got scared and peed her pants.
So we were going through the fucking maze, right? And that guy with the chainsaw was chasing me, and so I'm like a big pussy. I just get scared very easily, and so I peed myself as we were running through the maze, right?
I think so, because then we got when we left haunted trails, she just peed on her pants, and then we were all just dead and laughing at her, and like Valeria was like, "Ponte una chamarra antes de sentarte en el carro." Like we were just like, man.
See, like
Another story that I wrote down here was when we went to Six Flags. At that time, I was still chunky, like I was still fat, like I was like short still. I don't like she was skinny because she was running cross country. I don't know. Okay, literally. So they wanted to get like front of the line, whatever, to all the rides. So they made me be the handicapped person.
the heaviest person.
The heaviest person and the whole squad. They just wrapped my ankle around like if I was like injured, and I was like, oh. Honestly, but I didn't walk all day that day, so I was living life. Oh, also I want to add that none of these bitches, they were all complaining when they had to push me up the hills in Six Flags. I was like, y'all were the ones that wanted to fucking, but we got front of the line to everywhere, and we got like really like, I don't know. We're so fucked up for using the handicap issue like that.
That I went back in.
That was me back in the day, and now I'm not that type of person anymore.
Do you have a picture?
But we went to so I was in the wheelchair in my Hollister outfit, of course, all white.
You were obsessed with Hollister.
Yeah.
He had like a Hollister.
And we took a picture with the people, whatever. That's the picture. But the story that I wanted to say was that she punched a handicapped person. And I was in my handicapped wheelchair at the front of the line ready to get on the ride, and I don't know what I was saying, but
you were pissing me off.
I'm sure I was pissing her off, or I was making fun of her or something. Which straight up just throws me a punch in the face, and I'm just like in my wheelchair, thank God, because I thought I would have fallen, but everybody was like.
That time I feel like I didn't have good like problem solving skills. I've gotten better at that, so I
hope so.
I literally went straight up. That reminds me of that one time we were dancing. No, te metas go go. No.
It was just you and Lisbeth?
Yeah, and Lisa.
Yeah, we were just dancing.
We were like, no, te metas go go.
And then
like this guy was following me.
I was like, you know, making a whole like performance over here with her. Oh, she said, "Te daré una cachetada," and Arlette turns around and slaps the shit out of me. And I'm like in shock. I was like, did she just do that? And then I started chasing her around the house to beat her up. And I don't know if we actually got in a fight that day. Probably we did, but I don't remember. When we ditched school with Cassandra, we went to Cassandra's house. We ditched lunch. They don't even let us leave high school for lunch. I know other high schools, they can go and get lunch and come back. But like we ditched school, and then we didn't. We came back late. We came like 2 minutes later than the bell. Yeah. And like the narcs were outside already, and they're like, "All right, get into the dean's office, blah blah blah." And I was a freshman hanging out with the juniors.
Yeah, juniors. Correct, yeah.
And I was just like, I'm the only young one. I was like, oh my God. They checked all of our stuff. Literally,
as if we had drugs.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's so fucked up how they like really like implement, like how they check us. Like they literally went through all of my books.
Everything.
They went through all of my books going like this, as if I had drugs, cocaine, something slither in there. Like, be nicer. Like that dehumanizes people because y'all think that we're criminals or something for ditching school to get Subway, which we didn't even go to Subway. We went to her house and played Just Dance. But we got a referral. Anyways, like I thought they weren't gonna send it home. But then one morning, my mom's in the restroom, and she usually reads the letters when she's using the restroom. And then she's like, "¿Qué es esto?" And I got in trouble, and that's the only referral I got in high school. Last but not least, or second to last, when Arlette was trying to be a model for the Quinceañera magazines, and she went to audition to go try out for modeling. It was me, my cousin Oscar, my mom, my dad, and you. Like we all went to go see Arlette. We were like, oh my God, yes, girl. She had to introduce herself. She was like, "Me llamo Arlette Sánchez, tengo 15 años de edad, y pues quiero modelar para ser quinceañera y pues ya." And everybody at the stage, we were like, is Is this everything this bitch is bringing to the table? This bitch had braces on. Like, literally, she could have had a better speech. The braces would have been canceled with the speech. And then when she walked, she was like...
Modeling career. Hello.
My mom, hello.
Hello.
Look, she already pinched me in my stomach. But yeah, that's it. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in.
As y'all can tell,
we have so many stories and so many stories that have been not told because, you know, it's still, we have to keep it PG. Even though some of these stories are not PG. PG for like the family because, you know, family always got something to say. The viewers always got a fucking comment on something. Like, bitch, just fucking watch the video. If you don't like it, then fucking shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about your fucking opinion. Next. But yeah, thank you for watching, and comment below if you want to want me to do anything of content below. I don't know, like, I'll do anything, like, try this. But it does take a lot of time to edit, and it does take a lot of time when you have a job and you have to go to school, so please bear with me. I'm sorry, I'm not a full-time YouTuber yet, and I don't have anyone that edits my videos for me. That's all on me. Thank you all. God bless you all. I love you all.
Bye.
Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias. Stay up to date with me. I don't know. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to see you guys again. Rest in peace.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Hanukkah.